Imagine right now that you are in the perfect state of health and well-being. Your life energy is flowing and circulating through you continuously, allowing you to be not only alive, but also perfectly healthy. In reality, your actual state of health is probably different than what you were just imagining. Can I get a show of hands? How many of you would like to see some improvement in your overall state of health or your wellness? Disease, also known as dis-ease, can happen anytime we're not in an ideal state of health. And in North America, we like to think of disease as some dysfunction of our body, or we say that it's caused by something separate from us. And the quick and easy solution is to take something to make whatever that is go away. For example, if you're sick with a common cold, your doctor will probably tell you that what you have is caused by a cold virus. Does a cold virus cause you to get sick? I know most of you are thinking, well, yeah, but hang on for a second. When pharmaceutical companies make medicines that kill viruses, and they want to test them in a group of people that are sick with this virus, they take a group of healthy volunteers for their study, and they spray them in the nose with the virus in order to infect them. But what happens every time is that many volunteers do not become sick, and they can't participate in the study. Sitting where you are right now, your body is being exposed to literally billions of viruses and bacteria. They're all over you, and you're breathing them in with every breath. But are they going to make you sick? Well, hopefully not tonight. But if you do become sick, is it a virus that caused it? Why did you get sick and others don't when you were all exposed to the same thing? Is it perhaps that something was out of balance within you? Something like stress, poor nutrition, lack of sleep, or a weakened immune system can cause that imbalance. This dis-ease within us can show up as disease. It can make us prone to infection or something else like depression or even cancer. So by saying that the cause of your cold is a virus, you're probably missing the overall picture, like what is really going on within you. So if we as a society don't completely understand disease, are we going to be capable of making effective medicine to treat it? I am a pharmacist, and let me tell you that with what we have as modern medicine today, the answer is no. In the majority of cases, we have absolutely no idea how to cure or heal people from disease. Most of the time, the best we can do is prevent a disease from progressing or mask symptoms of a disease that are bothersome. Think about cardiovascular disease, chronic pain, or depression. These conditions are so common in our society, the chances are you're affected by one of them, or someone you know is. The drug treatments for cardiovascular disease don't improve the disease. They aim at preventing it from progressing into a full-blown heart attack. But the effectiveness in doing even this is really, really poor. For depression and chronic pain, the drug treatments aim at lessening some of the day-to-day symptoms, but in none of these cases do the medications allow us to heal. As a pharmacist, let me tell you that coaxing patients into taking what their doctor prescribed and asking them to cope with the side effects, knowing that it's doing little to help, drove me nuts. I knew there had to be a better way, and I was inspired to explore other forms of medicine. Well, I quickly learned that the indigenous people of our country have a very different philosophy on disease and healing. Before our Western influence on their lifestyle, they typically all lived to be well over 100 years old. This was a sign that there may just be something we could learn here. Indigenous people believe that when we become ill, the first step in the healing process is simply to stop, look within ourselves for the problem, and admit what's wrong. But this isn't the only step. They also knew how to use many of the plants around them for healing as well. And when I studied the medicines in these plants for myself as a scientist, what became really apparent was that compared to most drugs, the plant-based medicines worked more with the body and enabled it to heal itself by helping whatever organ or tissue is having trouble. And I loved it. I think this is where the future of medicine needs to go. Imagine what this could mean for something like chronic pain. Think about it. You have pain all the time, every day, and the best available treatment numbs it a little, temporarily, and it causes major side effects. But instead of just making your pain a little more bearable to live with, what if your medicine allowed a full recovery so you no longer have the problem? It's gone. The strongest medicines we have today to treat pain work essentially by telling your brain that there is no pain at all. But after you've been taking the drugs for a while, this tends not to work so well. Your brain wakes up and realizes that, yes, there is still pain, and you get a long list of side effects that I'm not going to list here. However, using natural medicines that are found in plants, it is actually possible to tell the injured tissue itself to calm down, to get out of its inflammatory state and to go back into its normal healthy state. So you're actually healing the source of where the pain is coming from. When we are able to stop and look within and there is an imbalance, I think it's important to listen. Don't let that dis-ease progress to disease. But when we are faced with serious illness, I believe we would all welcome better medicine. And by working with the medicines that already exist in nature, there really is hope for better solutions to disease.